Hey class, this is Mr. Stewart. I told you yesterday that I would be at my son's doctor's appointment. I also told you that I'd give you your free fall homework and I'd go over, have the answers to the practice problems on acceleration and free fall finished. I did not finish those yesterday, so I won't worry about those. We'll get those to you on Wednesday. Um, so today's activity is the Freefall Virtual Lab, and it's going to be on sasscurriculumpathways.com. And so you're going to be using gravity to accelerate things. So the first thing to do is going to follow the link here for this activity, and it's going to take you to SAS Curriculum Pathways. And I really hope I logged out so I can show you how to log in. Yeah, I did. So it's going to take you to this VLab, which is a Freefall VLab. And so you're going to need to scroll down to view this resource. And view this resource, you're going to log in. And I've already got a login set up for you. The login is just the username. There's no password for it. It's just our site license there. So log into it. And that should open up your virtual lab. And you can click Launch Resource. And so once it's launched, it's going to take you in here, and you're going to be able to see what the lab is about. And it's also going to give you an option to view a little video. And so it's going to talk a little bit about how things fall. And you can watch through it, and it answers questions and things like that. So once you get ready to start the lab, and the way this works, this just tells you a little bit about saving things and transferring data. You're going to be writing everything down on paper, so we don't need to worry about that necessarily. Everything over here on the left side is the journal, and I'm actually giving you a paper copy of the journal that you're going to fill in all the answers on. So it's just basically a word for word copy from what the journal says in the simulation there. So this journal on the left tells you exactly what to do, exactly how to do things, and exactly how to answer the questions. And so in this, we're looking at our data transfer and just showing you how to transfer the data. This is telling you how to do things. So this is trial 1 over here in the simulation. And so we want to compare the two objects in trial 1 and describe how mass affects the final velocity an object attains as it falls. So we'll go ahead and we'll hit drop, and in trial 1, and they both took the same amount of time to drop, and their final velocity was the same. Well, one was 10 kilograms and one was 50 kilograms. So what we can do, we can actually hit the data transfer button. It'll pull that over if we were doing this online, but we're going to do it on paper, so you can write those down. And so you can describe that answer there. You can scroll down for trial 2. Okay, in trial 2 we're looking at mass as well. So you do the two trials. We've got 10 kilograms and 5 kilograms. We'll give them an initial velocity and no air resistance. You hit it and see what happens. Well, that didn't change much. Your initial velocities didn't change much, so they just sped up a little bit. And so you can look and see where all those relationships are. There's 4 trials. You go to air resistance. Looking at air resistance, so they're going to modify the air resistance, and there are 5 trials on that one. You can record that data. We'll change distance and velocity. This one is one object, one person, and so you're going to change the different drop times and distance traveled and the velocities and things like that as you check your 2 different trials there. And so there's questions to answer as well. And then the last part is the analysis. And in the analysis, there's no simulation. And so you actually have a copy of the analysis questions right here. These are tables to answer. And so you can see what it says in the virtual lab. So it says, let's see, use the drop-down tables or the pull-down menus to indicate whether each variable affects it. Well, what does it say? Yes or no? Well, that's what you put in those boxes. in the document you've got. So those are questions to answer now that you've studied and learned a little bit more about free fall and how gravity works and what velocity and acceleration and mass have to do with how an object falls. Oh, I'm yawning. That's what having a toddler, 1 week or 1 month old will do to you. So that looks like everything. There's some graphs to compare, and you should be fine doing this. If you have any questions, send me an email or at Google Hangouts, and I should get that message a little easier. It will buzz to my phone. So if you have a question and you can't get something to work, go ahead. I don't know. Remember if I said at the beginning, if this needs if it says it won't work on your Chromebook, it actually will. You'll just have to ignore that and say run this anyway. So if that is the problem, you should have that taken care of. And like I said, if you have any questions, send me a quick message and I'll try to help you figure it out. All right, I'll talk to you guys later and hope you have a good day. And thanks for being nice for this layout.